What's up, YouTubers? Kiwi Guy here again. I'm just going to run through some launchers. Not the top launchers, just my favorite launcher, because saying it's a top launcher is just stupid. Favorite launcher. My favorite launchers. Okay, so at the moment I'm running Apex Launcher, but this is just going to run through the ones that I think are the most important. Go Launcher, Nova Launcher, Shell 3D, SS Launcher, rubbish, TouchWiz, and the old TouchWiz. Okay, so stay tuned. Okay, so no matter what brand Android phone you have, no one's overly keen on their stock launcher. This is my Galaxy Note, so I've got TouchWiz. This is custom ROM, so I've got the Samsung Galaxy S3 TouchWiz version on here. They're okay. TouchWiz is alright. Actually prefer the old TouchWiz, but yeah, everyone wants to install a different launcher, so I'm just going to run through the stock ones that I've got. There are some features that I do like with TouchWiz. The S Pen and S Memo and S Calendar, all the SAMI apps are pretty cool. I quite like them. They're really stable, and I like the way that the widgets can import into TouchWiz really well. Whereas the S Memo, S Note widgets don't go with any other launcher. Obviously, you can change the panels like every other launcher out there. Pinch in, pinch out, go back to the same one. You can have your Gmail accounts, you can have pictures. I don't like the fact that you've got to have all these icons on the screen. It just comes with them. You go through and delete them all, but why? They should just be clear and fresh, and you put the ones on that you want, not every single damn application you've got on your phone. Okay, so that was TouchWiz old version. TouchWiz new version. Version 4, is it? I think. I'm not sure. I don't really use them that often. A bit fresher, a little bit more laggy. I guess that's because it has a few more options and tweaks in it. The AccuWeather widget's quite cool. Be really good if I could actually put that on my launcher of choice, but it doesn't work. That's the one with the cleared background. That's the default weather map. That's the only real bonus with those SAMI launchers, that you can import SAMI widgets. Like yeah, that one there, S Calendar. It's pretty good. Okay, the next one we're going to look at is SS Launcher. I'm not sure why I installed this. It had quite a few downloads. It looks a lot different. It's quite a fresh little launcher, very clean, very crisp, but a few things don't work, so I'm just going to go through and show you what you do. You got these little titles and text that you can click on. It's a phone, it's camera, messaging. That one doesn't work. Nice one. Get it sorted. Okay, so you can add your own text in here and add your own icons on. Just drag and drop the application you want. These are the different pages that SS Launcher has. So that part's kind of cool. You can go straight to your contacts, applications, all good. So yeah, by clicking 26, you can add a calendar if you want. You can. That's just my calendar of choice. So that was SS Launcher. I've never used it. I'm probably going to be uninstalling it after this little demonstration video. Right, SS Launcher. Goodbye. Next one we have is Shell 3D. This was the very first launcher I downloaded, and I paid the 20 odd New Zealand dollars it takes. Really nice launcher, especially with ICS. It runs a lot smoother than it did with Gingerbread. Awesome widgets. The only downside of that is that those widgets can't go into other launchers. So if you want to use the widgets, then you're stuck with Shell, which, I mean, it's a cool launcher. Depending on how you use your finger, you can see I can scroll quick or nice and smooth as I did before. This is a tablet version. There's two versions you can go into settings and change it to, tablet and phone. The tablet version doesn't have any little icons down the bottom. You can just see the little bar scrolling across as I go through the panels. Would be great if you had some icons that you could put on there for your phone. Obviously they made this for the tablet, so you haven't got your phone, your SMS messaging. So this would be my favorite widget, the messaging widget. Like I said, you can't put that on any other launcher. And now this launcher is advertised as being 3D, and some aspects of it are. It'd be great if these little animations would be on the actual desktop panel like it is now, but that only happens when you can change from panel to panel in the 3D style that it has available. And I guess the reason for that is it would be taking up an awful lot of resources in the background running that constantly. Okay, so with the tablet version you're stuck with these little icons on the side. It doesn't quite fit. Well, maybe they did this on purpose. It doesn't quite fit on the screen. I guess it shows the preview of a panel that's coming up, which may be a good, nice concept. Okay, so that's one of the 3D effects coming up now. Phase of the moon. Okay, let's navigate back to portrait. It's just the app drawer. It didn't run this smoothly at all on Gingerbread. It was a bit hesitant. That UI itself, not just the app drawer. You can also import all these different panels you want. There's my contacts panel, and I'll put a clock in here as well, show you what that does. All of these options have 3D effects to them. I won't go through and show you all of them because it's quite a detailed launcher. Not worth the $20. 10. I would have been happy with 10, but $20 it's a bit much to pay. Yeah, so there's nothing along the bottom here. And tablet mode. So I'll just go through and change the settings. Home settings, experimental, and change it from tablet to phone. And I'll leave the grid's already high enough, and show you what that looks like. It takes a little bit to load up. Okay, so on the tablet we have phone messaging and Chrome. That's just what I've put in there myself, what my top 3 apps I would use would be. And once again we have the 3D effect. It's exactly the same as the tablet version, except tablet version has smaller icons, smaller fonts, really nice and crisp. I love that part of it. It just would be better if they integrated the phone icons into the bottom dock like you see here. Overall, I would use this as my daily driver, except I've got a better one that I use, which you'll find out later on. So that's Shell 3D. Okay, so the next one I'm going to look at, I'm going to skip Nova for the moment and go up to Go Launcher. I was running Go Launcher for a couple, 2, maybe 3 weeks, just over a couple of weeks. It's a great launcher. However, all these widgets that that you could install, the Go widgets, they really hog on system resources, and I found it Go Launcher to be a lot worse than Shell 3D, which is notorious for being a system hog in itself. So that's the reason I moved on to a different launcher. Also the fact that you can't have more than 5 icons in the bottom dock. The Go folders look okay. You can't really customize them as much as I would have hoped. App drawer, I mean, once you've seen one app drawer, it's the same as the next really. So that's Go Launcher. It is highly customizable. You can add themes, You can add personalizations, like visual settings, screen settings. It's huge, really. The amount you can do with Go Launcher is a lot. And for a free launcher, I mean, you can't really dismiss it. So I'll just show you, these are the transitions you can have. Just show you one of them, cylinder. So there's heaps of those to choose from. So that's the plus side of Go Launcher. You've got lots of themes. Probably the most customizable launcher out there. I'll just maybe apply. Oh no, that's not my downloads. I'll apply one that is already integrated into Go Launcher. Maybe an ICS launcher. ICS theme for Go Launcher. Okay, so there we go. Everything changes. Backgrounds, icons at the bottom change. So the reason why it's running so smoothly is because there are no widgets actually installed at all. Just a couple of fake widgets that Go Launcher advertises for you to download. No plugins. Just a couple of icons on screen. Okay, so Apex and Nova, not a lot between them. Firstly, we'll look at Nova. Yeah, I'm just going to change that background. Terrible. Back in a second. Right, back again. Okay, so, yep, Nova's pretty smooth. These are widgets that I put in, exactly the same amount of widgets I've got in my Nova, so I can just compare the two. So, Nova and Apex, exact same widgets, because these are the top two comparisons. These are the settings you can look at. You can change a lot of things. Not quite as customizable as Go Launcher, in my opinion, but still quite a few options to select from. Obviously, you can go into landscape mode. A nice little feature, have you got the search and the voice on the left hand side. It's pretty cool. Nice and smooth. Oh, just in case you're wondering, that little clock that's a little bit skewed off is called clock hour. Was it hour clock or something like that? Anyway, I'll post a description in there. Okay, so Apex. Yep, you probably haven't seen much difference with that. Just the icons along the bottom are a little bit different. Everything's exactly the same. Just the... Okay, so both of them have the same sort of options and settings. Home screen, docs, folders, behavior and themes. I think Apex, you can actually add themes, and Nova hasn't actually got the option for themes. It's only got an option for the theme color. You can change the grid in Apex and Nova, for that matter, from quite a low grid style and to make it really blocky to very a high grid. So at the moment, I could push it right up to 10 by 7. And if I go back and move an icon around, you'll see that you can actually fit a hell of a lot on the screen. So everything gets a little bit smaller. I think it looks a little bit better, especially on a note with such a big screen. You could fit a huge amount of content on your screen. Then I'll go back and pin it right back down again and show you the difference. So I'll put it at like 7 by 5, 6 by 4. Everything gets a bit bigger. Yep. And if I move something around, it's a little fussier about where it's going to stick. So the grid's a little bit bigger. Okay, the last feature I want to show is the swipe features, or the gestures. Instead of pulling down the dock from the top, you can just swipe down anywhere on the screen. Swipe up and you're in the screen, or pinch on the screen to open any application or any setting that you want to pin that function to. Okay, so that was Apex Launcher. That's my launcher that I run daily. This is Kiwi Guy. Thanks for listening. Kiwi Guy out.